Hey guys, I'm FRNDZONE. Welcome to the Rundown. Tonight we're going to be talking about the 61st Annual Grammy Awards. You guys are going to have to excuse my hair. I kind of look like Riley from the Boondocks or something right now. But anyway, let's get into the show. Camila Cabello opened up with Havana featuring Young Thug. It was pretty good. It had like a West Side Story kind of theme to it. I thought that was kind of cool. It was very colorful, a whole lot of dancing and whatnot. Young Thug came out and did his little part of the song, Havana. He was really stiff, didn't really move around much, definitely wasn't a part of the dancing or anything. Then he kind of just disappeared real quick. I kind of feel like he was high, okay? I kind of feel like he was high as fuck on something. I don't know whether it was lean, weed, or whatever it could have been. But yeah, he was definitely a little sluggish. He was definitely out of body, not really there for the experience, and just disappeared to the back real quick when it was all over. He's like, you know what, I'm just gonna get out of here and go roll up. Ricky Martin looks really good in all white. Found that out tonight. Yeah, Ricky Martin looks really good in all white. Ricky Martin looks good anyway. He came out a couple of years ago, I think about 5 or 6 years ago, came out of the closet and said he was gay. That kind of shocked me back then. But yeah, I mean, he's looking really, really good. Good to see him out there. You know, one of those 90s, early 2000s stars that you don't really hear a whole lot about. I think he's doing really good out here, though. He's probably still selling out shows and still doing his thing out here. But moving on from that. So I don't know what the hell was going on with the wardrobe department at the Grammys this year. Alicia Keys looked a damn mess when she came out. Alicia Keys looked like a fucking slave, okay? I ain't gonna bite my tongue on that shit. Alicia Keys came out there dressed like a damn slave. She looked like she was just making biscuits and cleaning sheets before she motherfucking walked out here. That shit was a disgrace. I hope she didn't dress herself. I hope this is a mistake of, the wardrobe designer or whatever the hell. Whoever in the fuck is in charge of that shit. Y'all could have found her something better to wear. Period. Okay? She seemed really nervous when she was opening the show. Her energy was a little bit off. It's understandable that she would be nervous. I mean, I get nervous doing these little videos that I do, so I can't imagine being on that huge stage in front of, all of your peers from all over the world, at the Grammys. So that's got to be a really, really scary experience for her. So I definitely understand her being a little bit apprehensive, being a little bit nervous, having the jitters up there on stage. Gave a really weird kind of slow monologue. It's whatever. She did her best. So Lady Gaga, Jada Pinkett, Michelle Obama, and J-Lo came out during Alicia Keys' opening monologue. I thought that was kind of cool. They were doing this whole women empowerment, feminist type of thing. They did the whole who runs the world, girls thing at the end. I thought that was pretty cool. Shout out to Beyonce. I really, really hope Michelle Obama runs for president in 2020. She looked great, by the way. She looked the opposite of Alicia Keys. Yeah, she looked great, and I'm just praying that she finds it within herself to go ahead and run for election in 2020. I hear that Donald Trump is going to be running again, so we're going to need all the help we can get to defeat this evil motherfucker that's trying to run for a second term. Him and all his damn minions out there. Please, 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 Michelle Obama, run for president in 2020. We need you. Help us, Obi-Wan. You're our only hope. Moving right along. I really like the song In My Blood by Shawn Mendes. That's probably one of my favorite songs of 2018. Very empowering song to listen to. He performed this song with Miley Cyrus. Miley did great. As usual, Miley always does great. She always shines. She's such a star. Shawn Mendes, on the other hand, was a little off. His performance wasn't as great as it could have been, but I mean, he's kind of new. I'm not going to give him too much. A great performance overall. There were those few moments there where maybe it was a little bit off, but ultimately it was a really great performance. The Grammys were off to a great start at this point. So Lady Gaga won an award for something kind of early in the show. I forgot what it was. I was supposed to write it down in my notes, but I didn't. This was the fakest acceptance speech I've ever heard in my entire life. This was the most fakest phoned in acceptance speech ever. She was already waiting backstage, like right around the corner, so you could tell that she already kind of knew that she was gonna win, and she was just waiting there to walk out. So like someone had to have already told her or something to have positioned her right there to be ready to walk out as soon as they said it. So that was kind of weird. These Grammys this year did kind of feel a little bit like maybe it was staged a little. Maybe some of the people who won their awards knew already that they were winning their awards. I don't know. I can't be the judge of it. She was high as hell on something though. Jesus Christ. A lot of these artists were just high off their asses. I mean, I was smoking a blunt when I was watching it, but I think they was on some other shit. She was breathing all heavy, all the whole time she was up there trying to accept her award. It was just really, really weird. Like, she had this weird look about her, and she was the whole time. If they release footage of it for you guys to see, definitely check that shit out. I mean, I couldn't get no footage of this thing. They had it locked down. I was trying to record the screen and all kinds of shit so I can bring you guys exclusives. Hell no. But yeah, somebody get her ass off the stage and onto a stretcher into the nearest hospital. Something is wrong with Lady Gaga's ass, okay? Moving right along. Casey Musgrove performed a song. No one cares. So, Janelle Monáe. Hats off to Janelle Monáe, okay? I think Janelle Monáe probably had the best performance of the entire night. I'm not sure what the name of that song is that she performed. I'm not all that familiar with her music. But man, she really, really rocked the house tonight. She was really, really great. Her performance was very clean, elegant, very classic. The dancing was flawless. Everything was on point. I mean, these dancers hit all their moves just right. It was just freaking perfect. And yeah, like I said, probably the best performance of the whole night. There were some good ones throughout the night, but I mean, Janelle Monáe definitely took the cake on her performance. She did great. Lots of commercials. Lots and lots of commercials. They're definitely milking this thing for advertising dollars, that's for sure. And we come back from the break, and it's Alicia Keys again. Very low energy. Look, Alicia Keys is not entertaining in anything except music. She's a great musician, please don't get me wrong. But outside of music, she is not very entertaining, okay? As far as hosting, as far as movies, I've seen her in movies before. She wasn't very good in the movies that she was in. Love Alicia Keys' music, but look, just stick to that shit, okay? Just do that. Do that shit to death. You're great at music. Not so much this other shit. Okay? So, then we have Song of the Year, which was won by Childish Gambino for This Is America. Apparently, it's the first time a rapper has won this category of Song of the Year. I was pretty surprised. I don't exactly remember the other people that were in the category, but I know there were some pretty decent people in that category. So yeah, I was definitely surprised that they gave it to him, and I'm a little bit intrigued over why. But we'll save that for another time. Childish Gambino was not there to accept his award. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not sure if he even participates or condones these kind of ceremonies that they have. I think this kind of thing kind of goes along with the theme of This Is America and some of the stuff that we participate in while all of these other things are happening around us. Food for thought. Alright, moving right along. So Post Malone and Red Hot Chili Peppers killed me with this damn performance. This shit was whack as hell, dog. And I like Post Malone, and I really, really like Red Hot Chili Peppers. The Red Hot Chili Peppers need to sit their ass down somewhere and just go on vacation for the rest of your careers, okay? Just shut your ass up. Don't say shit else. This was not a very good performance. Post Malone kind of started out with this whole folk music thing in his performance, which is kind of weird to me, just a little bit, because actually before Post Malone got really, really big with his whole White Iverson song or whatever, he was actually trying to pursue a music career in folk music, but it just wasn't working out for him. Folk music wasn't really that popular, so he switched sides and came over here to the hip-hop side so he can get a little bit of swag off of us. And then now that he's gotten big, it seems like he's going back towards his roots of doing folk music. I'm not really hating too much about that. I mean, I think it's a little messed up that you kind of, jacked a little bit of swag and then ran with it, and then now you're just gonna go back to doing your thing. It's whatever, do your thing. Alright, CP, Red Hot Chili Peppers, I'm really disappointed in these motherfuckers. I mean, Red Hot Chili Peppers, this is my favorite band of all time. My favorite band of all time. This shit was completely awful. Post Malone did perform Rockstar. He cut it off right at 21 Savage's part. More to come on the whole 21 Savage thing. It would have been nice for him to be able to perform at the Grammys, but obviously he has way bigger problems going on right now with the immigration situation. We'll talk more about that on Wednesday. But yeah, this Post Malone, RHCP, Red Hot Chili Peppers damn performance, just burn that whole set down. Burn that whole set down while they own that motherfucker rehearsing, okay? It should have never made it to the Grammys, okay? Nah, like for real though, fucking kill me. Like that's what I was feeling the whole time I was watching this shit show that RHCP and Post Malone was putting on. Fucking kill me. Somebody. Please. Yeah, that shit was awful, dog. Moving right along. More commercials. I saw the Aladdin trailer. That was pretty cool. Overall, I guess the trailer was kind of meh. It was alright. But Will Smith does look really good as the genie. So I'm really happy to see that. I mean, I can't think of anyone else that would be worthy to follow up Robin Williams than Will Smith. I mean, other than Robin Williams, he's one of the most entertaining people out here. From his rap career to his career on TV to his movie career now, all the way to being a social media entity that he is now. And seeing the first look at Genie, I'm really happy with what I see so far. Aladdin is my favorite movie of all time, so yeah, I'm really excited about this movie. So good luck, guys. So Dolly Parton had a tribute at this show. I put that in air quotations for a reason. Katy Perry came out and performed with her. That was pretty cool. I like Katy. Katy Perry is like the bad gal of all the little white pop stars out here. I think that's kind of cool. I really like Katy Perry's style. I've liked her music for a long time now. Say what you want about Katy Perry, but she's definitely got her own little lane there, a bad girl persona, to go with that. I really like a lot of the things coming from Katy Perry. Maybe it's because I'm a hot mess too myself sometimes. Miley Cyrus, of course, came out and performed with Dolly Parton. That was really awesome. Miley is a powerhouse. I definitely think Miley Cyrus is like in my top 5 favorite singers. Once again, just like Katy Perry, say what you will, but like for real, Miley Cyrus has a voice on her that's just angelic. It's freaking golden. I could listen to that shit all day. So, I don't know what it is with these tributes tonight, but I don't know. I guess Dolly must have really wanted to perform. But they was like, you're not really as relevant today as you were way back when. So yeah, we'll let you perform, but we're gonna have to like put you with somebody. So they put her with all kinds of people. They put her with Katy Perry and Casey Musgrove. They put her with this one country band. Of course, they did the duet with Miley Cyrus. That was pretty cool. Miley did a couple of performances throughout the night. I'm really happy with her performances tonight. But yeah, a great performance overall. But damn, that shit was long. That shit was long as hell. That Dolly Parton performance. I'm like, damn, is you trying to sing your way all the way into the grave? You can't have that long left. I mean, I'm sure she's like, what, 96, 97 years old? As long as that damn performance was, I thought she was trying to sing until her funeral came. Anyway, moving right along. Ariana Grande had a pretty cool emoji commercial. It was like an emoji commercial thing for Apple Music, or just Apple in general. She was doing her song 7 Rings and doing that whole emoji face thing you can do. I'm not an Apple user, so I'm not abreast of all of these things. Really cool concept though. I really like the little cute video that they made with Ariana Grande's little emoji face. Commercials over and back to the show. So Alicia Keys is still bombing. Like I said before, she's really not all that great at this whole hosting thing. Great musician once again, but you know, we can wear many hats, but some of these hats don't quite fit sometimes. Yeah, definitely don't have Alicia Keys host anything else, okay? She done switched up her outfit. The shit's still not hitting right. I'm done with Alicia Keys for the night, okay? Shame on the wardrobe department. So this R&B artist named Her comes out. Her. Her. She's amazing, okay? I had heard about her before, but I hadn't really paid a whole lot of attention to her. Tonight was really a big eye-opener. She has a great voice. She had a great performance. She did this whole guitar solo thing. She was dressed beautifully. I mean, it was just a great presentation of her. A great introduction to those of us who were unaware of her and her presence in the music industry. She sounds like Alicia Keys, though. She sounds like Alicia Keys 2.0. I mean, which isn't a bad thing. Alicia Keys sounds great. But yeah, she kind of sounds like a 2019 Alicia Keys. Sidebar: there were these Asian boys in the audience. I think they're in a boy band called BTS or something. They're having too much fun over here in America at the Grammys, okay? They're having too much fun. I don't know what the equivalent is of the Grammys over there in Japan or wherever the hell they were from, but they're having way too much fun tonight here at the Grammys. And I was really happy for them, actually. It was kind of cute. Okay, so we're about halfway through this thing now. This was a long show, y'all. It was like 4 hours. It was like 4 hours. They wanted me to sit down and watch this shit for like 4 hours. Damn. So Cardi B came out and performed. And the first thing I was thinking was, I know damn well she ain't playing that piano. I know damn well that ain't Cardi B playing that piano. That absolutely cannot be Cardi B right now. You gotta be kidding me. And lo and behold, it wasn't. It wasn't Cardi B. It was just a trick. Dirty little trick. Cardi B looks great. Cardi B looks absolutely fabulous. Cardi B looks amazing tonight at the Grammys. I think she might have gotten an ass reduction. I'm pretty sure she was on the whole fake booty train with Nicki Minaj for a very long while there. That ass looks smaller now, okay? That ass definitely looks smaller now. It looks like she definitely had some kind of reduction. She's not going with the big old heavyweight booty that she was going with before. She's not going with the saddlebags that she was going with before. She's not going for the giant inflatable funhouse booty she was going with before. She looks really good. Really good. It just looks like a regular, normal figure of a woman without, any extra added enhancements. And, I'm really curious about this. I wonder if some story is going to come out in the next couple of days that, she had some kind of ass reduction, which would be cool. I think this whole thing might be getting a little out of hand. I talked about it on my show Blunt Talk. Briefly, I touched on it. You should go back and check that out. So Cardi B at the end of her performance had this whole black peacock feather thing going on. I thought that shit was pretty cool. And the way she flipped it up at the end and made this little peacock feather array type thing behind her. It was pretty nice. That was pretty cool. Nice little touch. Now, back to Alicia Keys. Now, Alicia Keys, you was being messy. Okay? I caught that shade. I caught all of that shade. Okay? I caught all of that shade you were throwing. Alright? Classic. So right after Cardi B's performance, where we thought maybe she was playing the piano, but we were like, oh, well, of course she wasn't Cardi B playing the piano. She got us, y'all. Alicia Keys comes out and starts playing two pianos. Like, for real. She got one piano on this side, one piano on this side, and she playing both of them at the same time. Shade? I mean, honestly, guys, I think this is a little bit of shade towards Cardi B. She was making a whole lot of references about, oh, how I wish I had written this song. Wish I had written this song and wish I had written that song. And she kept dropping those little hints in there. And then she kept mentioning the greats like, Lauryn Hill, people like that who have written their own lyrics. It seems like this little dialogue that she was on during this performance was mainly hinting at respect for writers who write their own songs, songwriters who write their own songs, musicians, artists who write their own songs. And then, of course, Cardi B was just earlier, kind of fooling you into thinking that she was playing a piano, and then Alicia comes out like, oh, well, I really do play the piano, 2 pianos, and I write all my own music. It's kind of the tone of it. Like, it felt like that was the tone of it. Like, oh, bitch, I do write all my songs, and I play piano too. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play 2 of them on your ass, since you couldn't even play 1 and was trying to fool us like you was playing the piano. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, but Alicia Keys is being shady. Y'all can say what the fuck y'all want. Alicia Keys is being shady as fuck. Why Alicia Keys being so messy? Does she not like Cardi B? I mean, I understand kind of where she's coming from, because I am on the fence a little bit with Cardi B sometimes, because, you know, it's not as respectable in my opinion when an artist doesn't create their own art, when they don't put in the work to write and try and make their own music. You know, that can be discussed another time, whole nother topic. But yeah, the performance was great. Her playing the 2 pianos, throwing the shade at Cardi B, all that shit was great. Hey, I gotta give it to Alicia Keys. She did have a redeeming moment, a redeeming performance, and all that shade was just delicious. Moving right along. So Drake won a Grammy for Best Song, which was God's Plan. Oh, actually, correction, Best Rap Song for God's Plan. So Drake got up there to accept his award, and he starts going into this whole monologue about blah blah blah, and then towards the end there he starts saying, you know, as long as you have fans that support you and will buy your music and come out to your shows, and you have true fans that really support you, you really don't need none of these damn Grammys. They cut Drake off so fast when he said that shit. They cut his ass off and went straight to commercial. They didn't even play no wrap-up music or nothing. They cut that shit, went straight to commercial. Out of here. I think the Grammys might be a little mad that he said that. He's pretty much on the Grammys saying, fuck this, y'all don't need no Grammys. How bold is he right now? Yeah, the Grammys probably don't like that shit. The Grammys is probably not happy with Drake right now, which, you know, whatever. Drake is still gonna do his thing. He's still gonna be rich as fuck. We're still gonna listen to his music, no matter how mad the Grammys are at him. He probably won't be winning no more Grammys anytime soon, though, for saying that shit. I'm just saying. Oh my god, I still have a whole nother page of notes to get through. Like, for real, when I say this show was long, this shit was long. So, moving right along, Alicia Keys had a 3rd wardrobe change, and she finally got some drip. Okay? The actual stylist must have finally came back from her long lunch break and threw some real drip onto Alicia Keys there. She had this all black, low hanging, like plunging neckline kind of thing that she had going on. It was really, really cute. I don't remember exactly what all of it looked like, but I do remember that finally, for once throughout the night, she looked great. I mean, she looked great anyway. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. It's just the clothing. The clothing that they were putting on her was just a little questionable, especially that slave-ass outfit that they had her in at the beginning of the show. I ain't taking that shit back. Fuck y'all. So, on to another tribute. Diana Ross also had a tribute. These tributes are like, whatever. That's cool. We honor you and all that stuff, and that's cool, but, I mean, it's like, a tribute usually is like someone serenading you, and like they're all coming together to do some songs in your honor to celebrate your career. But it seems like they're just doing the songs themselves. Dolly Parton came up and performed this whole long set. Diana Ross did this whole long set. And it's kind of like you're doing your own little swan song or something in the latter years of your career. It was kind of weird. It was a little bit weird for me that they were doing all these tributes and it was more of them just serenading themselves, kind of. Anyway, the little kid that introduced Diana Ross is starbound. That little kid is bound for stardom. That was the cutest kid ever, for real. He really rocked that shit. Diana Ross looked amazing, of course, rocking this really nice red gown. 75 years old, that woman looks amazing. Still has a voice. She didn't need all the backup that Dolly Parton needed. Not throwing no shade or anything to Dolly Parton, but just saying, like, she didn't need all the extra backup from Miley Cyrus and Casey Musgrove and all of these other people that had to come through and support. So I did end up missing a little bit of the show because I kind of got caught up messing around on Facebook. I was checking some messages and blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, I think I missed the Lady Gaga performance, actually. As a matter of fact, I'm sure I did because I damn sure didn't see it, so I must have missed it. Travis Scott had a great performance. Really great performance. Started off with James Blake. I really like that song, Stop Trying to Be God. That's probably my favorite song. Well, not my absolute favorite, but like one of my top 5 favorites of 2018. Stop Trying to Be God by Travis Scott and James Blake is a masterpiece. I love that horn that's in there. I love the ending part where James Blake goes into his little singing spiel that he goes into. It's just a really great song. That song ruled probably my entire summer 2018, for real. So yeah, James Blake opened it up. I kind of feel like he phoned it in a little bit. I kind of feel like he wasn't really there for this shit. Like, I'm here, whatever. I'm James Blake. I'm singing. Bye, guys. And then the Ragers rushed the stage. That shit was pretty cool. Travis Scott probably had, I would say, the 3rd best performance of the night. I would say Janelle Monáe was number 1 performance. Cardi B probably the 2nd best performance, and then I would say Travis Scott would round out the top 3 as far as performances go. It was great. They were all climbing all over this huge cage and tearing the club up, basically, just like the song says. It was a real party at the Grammys when Travis Scott was lighting that shit up, for real. Another tribute tonight. I'm not sure what J-Lo's tribute was about. I'm not sure who J-Lo's tribute was about, but she also did a tribute. It was good. She's J-Lo. She's Jennifer Lopez. It's gonna be great. Damn, we are almost done. This shit was long. So Her came through, H-E-R, Her, came through and won for the best R&B album. That was kind of surprising. I haven't really heard much about Her, or listen to much of her music up until this point. Like I said before, I'm definitely going to be checking out a whole lot more of her after this. Unlike some of the nominees, she actually seemed genuinely surprised that she won. Like, maybe some of them had already been told, but she hadn't been told, and it was just a real genuine moment for her. They had to play the Wrap It Up music on her, of course. She was getting a bit long-winded. I think a lot of people were. I think the show ran a bit longer than it was supposed to. It was about 3 hours and 45 minutes. I think it was supposed to only be about 3 hours. If I remember right, they're usually only about 3 hours. She looked really great. She had this really awesome lime green jumpsuit on, these circular Morpheus-type glasses. I dig all that kind of shit. I'm really into, like, fashion and looking my best and whatnot. So yeah, I really do like what she pulled off with her outfit. That was pretty pimp. Yeah, Her, H-E-R, Her is definitely next up in R&B. SZA is definitely gonna have some competition, that's for damn sure, this coming year from Her. So the show kind of wrapped up with a bunch of awards that they were handing out at the end of the night, some of the bigger awards that they saved for the end of the night. Let's just run those down real quick. So, let's get into it. Best Rap Album, Cardi B. Cardi B won for Best Rap Album for her album Invasion of Privacy, and while I do like that album in some aspects, I do think it may have been a little bit unfair. There were some albums in that category that definitely deserved a little bit more shine than Invasion of Privacy. I think a lot more artistry went into some of these albums that were in this category, like maybe Pusha T's album Daytona, or Nipsey Hussle's album Victory Lap. There were a couple of more in the category. I don't remember each and every last one that was in the category, but out of this category they decided to choose Cardi B. She's had a great year. She's had a meteoric rise to the top. It's been really epic for her. All of that is sweet and all, but still it just kind of feels like, as far as the artistry goes, there's not much art being made by Cardi B. She's a terrific performer. Like I said, she had the 2nd best performance of the whole night as far as the Grammys go. But as far as being an artist, as far as creating art, I'm not sure if she really fits in that kind of category with some of these people that are creating their art. I'm not going to say too much, but yeah, there is that. But she looked really happy. She looked so happy. I was happy for her just because she was so happy. It is kind of a Cinderella story, coming from nowhere and just becoming this big, huge superstar that she is. She definitely deserves some recognition for sure. I mean, she's a great entertainer. I've been entertained by her. You know, millions and millions of people have been entertained by her. But like I said, the Grammys, I think we should stick a little bit more towards the artistry. But let me not harp on that too much. She all got up there with her cheating ass husband. You know what? Never mind. Let me not even. So Pharrell won for Producer of the Year. I can definitely see that. I'm not sure what major songs he produced last year, but I'm sure there was some big ones with Pharrell's name on it for sure. And then we have Record of the Year. I'm not sure what's the difference between Record of the Year and Song of the Year, because he already won Song of the Year, but Childish Gambino came back again and won Record of the Year too. I'm not sure what the difference is. I'm gonna have to look that up just so that I'm more knowledgeable on the subject of the Grammys and music or whatever. But Song of the Year and Record of the Year, what's the difference? If you guys know, please leave a comment below and let me know what the heck is going on, because I don't know what the heck the difference is between the two, honestly. So, we get to the last award of the night, which is Album of the Year. And this isn't any specific genre, this is the big one. Album of the Year, period. No matter what genre you in, who had the best shit. I ain't gonna lie, I was really scared that Cardi B was gonna win this shit. Because Lauryn Hill won 20 years ago with the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So it'd be kind of a slap in the face if she won for that 20 years ago, creating her own art and so forth and so on. And then 20 years later, they're giving the same award to Cardi B. You know, I know there's a lot of Cardi B fans out there. I am also a Cardi B fan. But I'm able to look at the situation objectively, okay, and not be subject to just how I feel about Cardi B. Objectively speaking, you know, when it comes to art, she may not belong in some of those categories. So I was really scared for a second there, like, oh my god, they about to give this shit to Cardi B. They about to give this shit to Cardi B, and we all about to be upset right now. But no, they gave it to Casey Musgrove. Casey Musgrove, the one that I said was boring as fuck. I don't even know if I mentioned to y'all how boring her performance was earlier, but it was bone dry, okay? Her performance was a desert, okay? You wish there was an oasis out there, but there ain't. Your throat is dry, it's hot, you want to go home. Her performance was the opposite of Janelle Monáe, meaning it wasn't exciting, it wasn't energetic, it wasn't innovative, it wasn't stylish or any damn thing. It was just dry and boring as hell. And I'm like, this is who won Album of the Year? The same one that I turned the shit off earlier because I was so damn bored by it. I didn't want to fall asleep because I didn't know how long the show was going to be, which it turned out to be very long. So I'm glad I turned it off on her ass, or I wouldn't have made it. They done gave Casey Musgrove Album of the Year. I mean, I didn't hear the album, so I guess I can't really hate. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I guess that's better than Cardi winning Album of the Year for Invasion of Privacy. I mean, all these people who put so much into their art, so much into their craft of writing and producing and everything, you know, we can't just hand it over to somebody who doesn't do any of that. Like, you're a prop. Let me not get into Cardi B. But yeah, that was pretty much the 61st annual Grammys, guys. Tell me what you think. If you guys watched it, if you didn't watch it, do you even fucking care about the Grammys? Are the Grammys even relevant to you? Do you give a shit about the Grammys? A lot of people don't anymore. I still do because I'm just a big old music head like that. I'm a music junkie. But yeah, I guess that brings me to the end of the show, guys. Thank you for joining me. Let me know what you think about my comments on the night at the Grammys. Do you think Cardi would have deserved to win Album of the Year? Do you think that she deserves to have Song of the Year or Rap Album of the Year? I don't know if she deserves to have Rap Album of the Year. I think that award may have been meant for either Pusha T or Nipsey Hussle, but it went to Cardi B. It is what it is. She seemed really happy though, and that kind of makes me happy for her, just seeing how happy she was. Like, that's real joy right there. That's pretty tight. Alright, that's the end of the show, guys. I'm FRNDZONE. Have a good night.